Hello, Palmerston weather fans. This will be a long one because it's all about Carlos and the recent events with Nunema getting 80 mils in under 30 minutes. I backtracked my information for when we had Carlos to find out that I indeed set a record of 98.7 millimeters for the hour. I must note though that back then I hadn't calibrated my rain gauge. It's completely different to how it is now. And it suffered from blowout, and this happens when the rain hits the shallow dish and bounces, and of course with the cyclone you're getting winds as well, so it actually blows it out, and I'm estimating my rain to be about 30% under, so of course the hourly rain would have been more. Same with the rain rate. I recorded a rain rate of 57.5 millimeters an hour. A lot short of the 179 that I've just recently reported this week. Again, that would have been affected by the by blowout as well. So, Cyclone Carlos, here we go. First of all, I'll show you something. This is something. What you'll see here is Cyclone Yasi come in. Through the center, you'll see the convections come through here to spin up Cyclone Carlos, which starts about here as a low, turns into Category 1 over Darwin, and heads over WA. And then you'll see a couple other more cyclones come through. Let's watch it. Here we go. There's Yasi, and then you'll see Cyclone Carlos come up. This is satellite picture for just February, so there's Carlos as it spins up and heads out this way. A couple more just pop up there as well, but it's all about Carlos. So here's the overall tracking map as it started on February 13th into Category 1 right over Darwin as the eye passed right over Palmerston and carried on. Here's a close-up view of how it went. Here is the bomb radar loop, courtesy of weatherchaser.com. As I play this, just to let you know that for me, starting on the 14th, now we did get heavy rain here as you'll see, but then I'll get about an hour's break. But then it starts raining at about 7:40 for me. Now, when it starts raining, it also starts calculating the hourly rain amount, how much rain you get in the last hour. Of course, when you miss out on rain for an hour, it resets back to 0. But from 7:40 PM on the 14th of February, I started recording rain, started recording the hourly rain as well, of course. That amount did not reset back to 0 until 4:20 AM on the 17th. That's 56 hours and 40 minutes of showing rain on my hourly rain amount. So quite a long stint indeed. Now I'll just keep playing this so you can see the times down here. Now on the 14th at night time, here we go, coming up on 11:45 is where I set my highest rain rate, 57.5 mil. Again, that would have been underestimated because I was about 30% out at the time. Shortly afterwards, this is where I recorded the highest rain in the hour, 98.7 millimeters. Again, that would have been underestimated. We'll keep going through to the 15th at just after lunchtime at 1 PM. It comes up. You see the rain starts to clear. Now, with this time, it actually set our lowest maximum temperature of 25.5, and Darwin set its all-time record lowest maximum temperature of 24.8 for February. There you go. So setting some records there with Cyclone Carlos. As we fast forward to the 15th at night time, it's the 15th. We get around the 10:15 mark. This is where I set my fastest wind gust, 64.8 k's an hour. Now, on my early days with the weather station, I didn't have it in the best spot, so at under red, Darwin actually recorded a gust of 98 k's an hour, which was the highest in the whole of NT in February. If we go a little bit further on, just till 1:20 in the morning, this is where I set my highest wind speed. Now, wind speed is the average wind calculated over 10 minutes. Okay, that's what wind speed is. So we'll keep on going through there to the 16th at 1:20 in the morning. Oh, we've already gone past that. Oh, that was for the wind speed. Now, come 9 o'clock in the morning, that's when the normally weather stations end their day. I recorded 232.5 mil to be my highest ever one-day reading. Again, that would have been underestimated because Palmerston officially recorded 300 mil. Darwin recorded its highest ever, 367.6 mil. Recorded a low average temperature of 24.4, a wind run of 492 kilometers, and then if I go forward again, 6:45 p.m. around about there. That's where it recorded the lowest pressure. So you can see there, we're in a bit of the eye there. I actually walked out in the eye, and it was an amazing feeling because it was quite still, and it wasn't raining, but there was a light mist coming down, just slowly floating down, like someone had had a high pressure gun spraying it up into the air and just having the mist fall down. It was quite unusual, really. I loved it. Come 9 AM on the 17th, again the end of the day, that's where Darwin set another record. Oh, that's going back to the beginning there. Now the record there was a 3-day record of rain, 684.8 mil. That's beating the previous record holder from Tropical Cyclone Thelma in December 98, which was 462 mil. So quite confidently beating that. Now, not only did it set the daily record for Darwin and the 3-day record for Darwin, it also set the highest amount of rain for a month in any month since 1942. Now, if I just go to those records, here we're on the BOMStat records for Darwin. As you can see, February, our highest rainfall right there. Again, you see that it sets the highest daily rainfall ever for Darwin. Also setting the last maximum temperature of 24.8. Now, Darwin wasn't the only one to set records. These are all the records set in 2011 for rainfall, highest ever for the year. As you can see, there's some places here like Leanya and North Lakes recording their highest ever. Now, the little asterisks here, if we read, this is because the rain gauge overflowed. The recorded amounts represent an underestimate of the actual rainfall. So there you go. So Territory Wildlife Park setting a record there over 3 metres. Geriatric Park coming in second there with the records being broken. Both beating Darwin's all-time yearly high of 2,776, which was actually set in 98 with Cyclone Thelma that hit in December. Well, interesting to note with Geriatric Park, which is on the way to Dundee, by the way, does have a very high annual average, so get out there, you'll have lots of rain anyway. Alright, here's some pictures straight off Google Images. So this is stuff that you can search for yourself just by typing in Cyclone Carlos. A lot of trees uprooted because of the high rainfall in a very short period, saturated the ground, causing a lot of trees to fall over. Winds were high, but as expected for a Category 1, reaching 98 k's an hour in Darwin, which was the highest on record for for February in the NT. Fair bit of flooding, as you can see there. Shot from NT News, showing the damage after it all passed through. A couple of big trees there being uprooted. Of course, probably everyone's seen the shot of the ambulance being hit by the tree. And there once again. Trees were the main problem actually, so when there is a lot of rain around, stay away from trees because it doesn't take much for them to blow over. Again, more flooding there. Of course, it wasn't just Darwin that got affected by the heavy rains either. This from the Australian. Darwin rides out Cyclone Carlos. And some had some fun with it. Well done. That's Cyclone Carlos, breaking records. Bye for now.